So back at it once again. There's myself, Live Life Claimant and Postmaster. And some of these, now that my headache is gone, so luckily I've seen this mysterious, call it what you like. I know exactly what it is. Stick your head in a microwave. So yeah, after about 2-3 hours of cold compression, so on and so forth, but it still doesn't change the fact that I still have brain inflammation as a result of it. It's long lasting, yeah. So it lasts about could even last up to a week, and not only that, but my cognition, my mood, so on and so forth, is highly damaged. It's damaged. Only specific hard fucking things that you shouldn't be doing. Yeah, so something that is radical can only be counteracted with something else that is radical. Anyway, so there's that. And now to speak a little bit about the mechanisms of the harm, not only on myself but on the community as a result of the unwarranted surveillance that the whole planet is under. Yeah, so they've managed to sell fraud, and they reckon it's law. How the fuck is it law if you are stealing? Yeah, because it's stealing intellectual property from the private, and you can't even be a good thief and keep it in the private. There are honor amongst the thieves, and be quiet about it. No, that's what they're like. And basically, as a result of that, so if you're constantly picking on someone specifically because you have personality disorders and you have access to surveillance that is unlawful. Yeah, what's unlawful? Three things. Don't harm, don't steal, don't lie. Then you build regulation legislation on top of that. That's how you know if any of the legislation or regulation is unlawful. But hey, they're fucking geniuses. They're geniuses, huh? And then to further spread the harm, then you take that information that you've stolen, yeah, and then you share it with more non-geared individuals, yeah, that then follow anything that if I'm sitting there watching some porn because I can't go and have any sort of, so I'm robbed even from getting a fair hooker. Yeah, if I'm getting a fair hooker, no, you'll have to be an operative too, right? Then they will go and recreate whatever porn I'm watching or something, like in real life, for real. Like probably even the porn stars, if they were to find out what the hell these cunts are doing, would be like, Jesus, we're just putting a show on, right? Like these idiots go and do it for real. So that's some evidence for the harm there, yeah? And it's endless. It's not just the porn. It's whatever it is. If I'm, whatever the hell, yeah, because when you're running a bloody Truman Show based on the back of fraud and regulation and whatever the hell you call it, rules, creating rules that are absolutely freaking insane and unlawful, this is the result of the harm. And that's the end of it. There's no more simple way to put it, in layman's terms, and so I'm not going to mystify and give any value to basic technology, 100-year-old technology that just because now they can dial it in better because you got software and micro electronics and nano electronics, it doesn't change the fact that you're harming people. Yeah. Whether that you're, I don't know, torturing someone the classical way, or now you got a ingenious way, it doesn't change the fact that you are a torturer. You torture people. That's what you do. You make people more dumb. You get everyone to succumb to your will illegally, unlawfully, so on and so forth. Yeah. Working with the unlawful bankers, signing and giving, credit and powers to all manner of people that are submissive, that wouldn't be lawful. Yeah, so it's all based on who follows the unlawful rules. Yeah, to go and harm others. Yeah, well, first of all, to go and steal this private information from people that don't harm others, that don't harm themselves. To what? To experiment on others and on the subject of experimentation. The only experimentation that is lawful is if you experiment on yourself, first of all, with the intent not to harm yourself, first of all. And that's how you do it, not what they're doing. Yeah, that's why they would use lab rats if it'd be a bit more dangerous. Even thinking about using people as lab rats is highly unlawful. Yeah, they've gone the next step, right? And I invite people to go and read Guinea Pigs, right? By, what is it? Not Dr. Robert Duncan. That's another good one that he goes into a bit more details about heterodyning and stuff like that. But all manner of unlawful shit, So I don't see them going and getting all manner of, bio and environment surveillance and monitoring and alteration, modification on themselves and their friends and family, and then coming out like, hey, look how happy we are, look how much success we've had with it, we've experimented on ourselves. Would you like to buy these products? Would you like to sign up to this stuff? That's not what they're doing. They've forced a lot of people into their dumb, freaking stupid shit. And they haven't been using any logic either, proper intelligence, because, say, the likes of China, well, they're like, how many thousands of years in to full dictatorship. That's all they've ever known is dictatorship, to have a master, to ta-la-la-la-la. So, of course, the likes of that sort of stuff might work on those people. They might be happy with it if that's all they know. Now, what happens when you got people that basically have been going back and forth between dictatorship and freedom? Yeah, so they know what it is. And especially if you've even witnessed, the likes of America when it was working well. Yeah. Even more so if in your own country, wherever you've lived, there was freedom and it worked and it was good. The more that is the case, the less likely that your stupid technocratic dictatorship is going to function. Yeah? And it's been proven that it doesn't. But they're still latching on like any malignant, narcissistic, psychopathic, sociopathic, whatever you want to call it. And the lack of foresight and the lack of, just basic stuff. And then to think that back in the Soviet Union, back in the days, they were more successful in dictating and this sort of stuff, manipulating people, and without any freaking technology, without any surveillance. All of them people still had privacy, at least privacy of thought. And they were able to do this. So they're just completely useless, even from like that standpoint. Not that that's lawful or anything, yeah. So it's still unlawful. But even within, like I said, with the theft. So even within the theft world, they still, oh, look what I did. And then in the world of harm and torture and manipulation, they're still the same. Ooh. We'll call it therapy. We'll call it, The only thing that they classify by Black's Law Dictionary and the like is about law. It's not about legislation and rules that you can just make up as you go. Doctors are administrators of poisons and potions. Yeah, they don't do things to have good riddance of disease. Yeah, curing a disease is just like curing a piece of meat that you don't want to go off so you can eat it. Yeah, so if you cure something, you are preserving it. So as a matter of fact, you are making sure that that disease remains. Yeah, you're just keeping it at bay. It's basically like saying like freezing something, keeping it in the same state as it'd be. So of course, and then people go and claim human rights. So what are you, a humanoid? Well, even a monkey is a humanoid. You can experiment on a monkey. So if you claim to be a monkey, then yeah, you can probably get experimented on, right? Especially when people are easily manipulated and duped and confused and twist and turn words and use legalese and the likes. So you go and accept that, yeah. So don't you even think about any biohacking, doing intermittent fasting, all manner of things like this that are healthy for you, genuinely. They help you have good riddance of cancers. They help you have good riddance of inflammation, so on and so forth. No. You do that, we'll label you a terrorist. And then we'll go and experiment on you, like the humanoid that you are, right? Right? Isn't that what they've been doing? Is that something that a medic would do? A physician? Does that provide any good riddance of anything? Or does that sign you up for life to be experimented on? And not only that it harms your life, but like I've described with the fucking idiots, excuse my language, that they because of that's the sharing the private information. And how they're destroying national security, if we did have some sort of intelligence agencies, some sort of, if the NZIS was doing their job, they would absolutely take out these people that are sharing this information, full stop, because it's lowering the value in the health and wealth of the nation. If they're going and copying stuff that otherwise they wouldn't even freaking have a clue about, all due to some stuff that shouldn't happen anyway. So they can't even contain something that would be classified. So I don't think anything is classified. They've lost the ability to classify anything. So there's no more private and confidential. That is just out of the picture. And I believe that if they tried to do that sort of stuff, the idiots that have had access to all this information that they shouldn't would probably harm others and up and including themselves to commit suicide because they've got personality disorders and they can't handle not having access to that information that they shouldn't have access anyway. That's how ridiculous it is. That's how ridiculous it is. So it's as if I don't know, like if I was to be a stalker, something that I could never be, right? Like I'm a big, like for me, it's very, very big, not stealing off someone else, especially intellectual property, right? Like the more intimate it is to you, the more I want to have nothing to do with it. That's why these days it's so easy. You don't need to stalk people when they put out some information themselves. Like we've all been, we've all adjusted and like however you want to put it, we've all socialized enough to be okay when no one's really antisocial anymore. And if you're sane, I don't know, if you like a girl, you go have a look, there's a picture there. Right, it's not going to be like everything that you want or whatever. You'll find other stuff from other chicks that they're cool all the way. Obviously, a lot of us men don't want to, have a lifelong relationship and children with, girls like that. That's pretty basic, right? But there shouldn't be any stalking, right? These people got everything and anything. They're just raging because they don't know just some absolute stupid shit, because they can't use you as a Tamagotchi. They want to use you as a Tamagotchi for those that lived in the 90s. I didn't even like that. Like like it was a trend, but I could never appealed to me much. Like a Tetris or something else would be much more interesting to me. As a matter of fact, even back then, when there was wired remote control cars, I used to take them apart and try and use and implement the engine and drivetrain into Lego and stuff like that. So I always, so how sick are these people? How much harm? And how viral is it? It's absolute just lunacy. And I'm going to end it there. Have a good night or day or whatever, wherever you are.